วัสดีค่ะอัลเมนดราสวัสดีค่ะมิยอนทิงสวัสดีค่ะ Good morning สวัสดีตอนเช้าค่ะทุกคนสวัสดีตอนเช้าค่ะสวัสดีค่ะเรนโซสวัสดีค่ะอิลฮัม MJ สวัสดีค่ะสวัสดีค่ะลาล่าสวัสดีค่ะวีเอสสวัสดีค่ะแพทริเซียสวัสดีค่ะจัสตินอ๋อยินดีต้อนรับค่ะทุกคน ยินดีต้อนรับยินดีต้อนรับหมายถึง You're welcome ได้นอนหรือเปล่าคะได้นอนประมาณ2 ชั่วโมงมั้งคะ โอเคค่ะทุกคนดีใจมากๆค่ะดีใจ so I'm glad ที่ทุกคนจอยไลฟ์วันนี้ไม่ได้ไลฟ์นานมากแล้ว I haven't done any live for a long time สวัสดีค่ะ Courtney so um, I am excited and I am nervous สวัสดีค่ะทิง from the Philippines okay guys for today's topic is about Thai talk before getting into the content there's something that I want to tell you and I want to share with you kind of what you need to consider before kind of talking or starting speaking in Thai language. So, first of all, that you have to consider is about pronoun. This is different from Thai and English. สวัสดีค่ะ Angel. In English, you only have you and I. สวัสดีค่ะ Ross. While in Thai language, we have so many pronouns. And what you need to do is we have pronouns that are polite, that are okay to use, that are not polite at all. สวัสดีค่ะ Napal. I do not think I pronounced your name correctly, but anyway, okay. So you have to know about this because we have so many pronouns for you to learn. สวัสดีค่ะ Melvin. สวัสดีค่ะ And สวัสดีค่ะ Grill. There are so many people today. I'm so happy. Okay, so let's get back into this. You have to know which one is okay to use and which one is not okay to use. สวัสดีค่ะมา Elsa. The one that I think you already know that are okay to use are the first one is ผม so I hope you can read this out clearly ผม so when you say it write the tone so ผม is all the time 100% okay yes exactly ผม and that's for male 100% every time and for female I have to tell you this the written version is ฉัน สวัสดีค่ะอโลล่า the written version is ฉัน but it's rare that you are going to see or hear Thai people call themselves ฉัน for female so ฉัน is for female but when it's written down like writing language is for both male and female so what you're gonna hear is instead of saying ฉัน we are gonna say ฉัน but anyway for female we usually over than half of us use or call our name as I like for example my nickname is Pui half of the time when I speak to people I usually use my name as I so this is how we do it and what you also need to know is there are kind of okay or kind of common pronoun that you can also use. So the first one is Rao means I use it when I talk with my friend. And เธอ when you Google เธอ might be her or she, but usually we use เธอ as you when I call male friend. And the next one is เขา is okay to use like for he or him or she, and also นาย as well. So this one is นาย. So these are common to use. What I want you to know is these are not okay to use. Even though you have heard these words a lot in BL series, but they are not okay to use in daily life, and they are considered impolite or rude. The first one is กู you have heard this one a lot, I'm sure, which means you, but guys, never use it. You know what it means, but you never use it. And also the word มึง which is you. Again, you know the word, you know the meaning, but please never use it. And that is a version of you which is a little less rude or impolite, which is แก and basically I use แก with my friends. So especially friends from university that we commonly call each other แก but you cannot. The thing is, because you are not growing up with us, we have to be close enough to use these words with each other, but because you do not study with us, you do not grow up with us, so the level of kind of like closeness is not kind of there, because we still always consider you guys as guests. So people sort of speaking in third person in Thailand. When compared to English, it's a yes. But for us, yes, you and มึง นาง I heard Thai people use for basically นาง basically primary นาง is used to call female, especially married female. However, this word, from my memory, it started from in my memory and in my understanding, it started from gay people. I'm not saying it in a bad way, I'm saying it in a good way. So from those gay people, and those gay people call straight female นาง that's the beginning. And since from there, not just only use นาง to call female straight female, but also later we kind of like adopt it and call both male and female, like using นาง I would say it's a slang pronoun for นาง Can we use when we talk with friends? Which one? Which one? What is the meaning of กู means I, but it's rude. Do not use it. You know it, but do not use it. What about เรา being used to refer to you? No, เรา is I. เรา okay. So commonly เรา is I, and also I use เรา with my friends. some friends I use แก and some friends I use no yeah okay so for เรา most of the time it's I and I use it with my friends sometimes we use it as you as well it's gonna be in the context that like you yourself like something like that but yeah we use it isn't นาง an old word people use it in the past right yeah so นาง is for married female นางสาว is for unmarried or single female. I remember in Love Destiny, older women are called Nang Pri. Yes, correct. Oh, you watch it. Thai pronouns are confusing. I'm not refused. I'm not refusing. I'm not refusing. สวัสดีค่ะ Elsa. Yeah, even I get confused. So let me tell you this because our grammar is easy our sentence structure is easy but in an exchange for these easiness you have to remember a lot of pronouns you have to remember a lot of particles in an exchange to learn Thai language okay next this is the first thing that I wanna tell you before start making a conversation because pronoun is important and also one thing that you need to know is we say a lot or we use a lot of P and Nong and again you have heard this a lot from any BL series or any drama so we commonly say P for someone who's older than us and sometimes usually what we do if we do not know the age of that person many times I have to ask in order to like if I gonna call that person P which is the older one or Nong for the younger ones so many times I have to ask the age of that person but in a situation that like it's not polite to ask or like you do not think it's a situation that you can ask then using คุณ at work is a way out so we use P we call P for someone who's older than us and we call Nong for someone who's younger than us and when we need to be polite we use คุณ before the word so just for your information and this is the first thing that you have to consider then next actually there are what I've prepared today there are 3 elements the first one is about pronouns that you have to know the second one is about question words because making conversation is about throwing away sentence and question and answers to keep the conversation going so the second part is gonna be question words and the third part which is so Thai is particles which I need to again what you need to know is what's polite to use what is okay to use what is impolite or what we just use with close friends okay getting into the question okay guys this is an exercise a small exercise that we are gonna do together is question words. For those who can type already in Thai scripts or Thai language, when I say the question words, please, this is kind of like a small dictation. So when I say that question word, type the Thai word back on chat, like dictation test. And for those who couldn't type or do not have Thai keyboard yet, romanization is acceptable. Or when you say the Thai words, you send the meaning of the word that I say. So you have 3 options to do with this exercise. Particles are packed with subtle meanings. Yes. Yes. And there I have kind of heard from my students that there are words that they love to use, but I kind of really want to tell that yes, it sounds good for you, but sometimes it's not polite to use. ขอบคุณค่ะ Odd. Again, I'm not sure if I... Okay, the first word is อะไร อะไร. So while I'm waiting for you to send either the Thai scripts or romanization or the meaning of the word, I would like to explain you this. The second part that I am speaking about is question. But what you need to know is we shorten the sound of the question words a lot and kind of in daily conversation all the time. So not just you know the question words, like the formal one, you have to know the shortened versions of them too. Okay. ถูกต้องค่ะลาล่าอาราชีถูกต้องค่ะครูเซตถูกต้องค่ะมิยอนถูกต้องค่ะเวนดี้ถูกต้องค่ะพอลลีนถูกต้องค่ะ MJ ถูกต้องแพทริเซียถูกต้องค่ะ Okay, and what you need to know is for the word อะไร we shorten it just ไร so อะไร so when you say the first syllable go down so and then ไร and then many times we shorten it only say ไร for example if you wanna ask ซุนยุนถูกต้องค่ะ if we wanna ask like อะไรนะ again นะ is here the particle is here and you have to know it อะไรนะ and many times we just say like อะไรนะ like this so you need to know that when you say อะไร it's actually from อะไร the next one อย่างไร so if you know first send the formal version of it which is อย่างไร and then the shortened version of it and the extra shortened version of it so there are 3 อย่างไร ถูกต้องค่ะ MJ อย่างไร the formal one and the shortened one and the extra shortened one อาราชิกถูกต้องค่ะ I'm waiting อ๋อเก่งมากเก่งมากสู้ถูกต้องค่ะ I don't have Thai script. That's not. It's okay. You can send it in romanization or just send the meaning of the question word. ขอบคุณค่ะคุณ Mr. Mark. Is it important to roll your R's when you speak the word? Informally, no. In daily life, no, we don't. But for rolling the R or รอเรือ is the correct and the formal version, and you're gonna hear this รอ rolling in formal context in announcement, news reporting, for those MCs like those person you're gonna hear there, but in daily conversation it's rare. But if anybody use it in daily conversation, I would say like ถูกต้องค่ะลาล่าซุนยืนถูกต้องค่ะ Yeah, it's okay in daily conversation and just an L. Yeah, just รอเอลซ่าถูกต้องค่ะเก่งมากทุกคน so อย่างไรอย่างไร we shorten it when we say ยังไงยังไงยังไง so you can kind of still see the relationships between the two words อย่างไร and then ยังไง and then we just shorten it just only ไงไง for example when we say how are you the formal one is เป็นอย่างไรบ้าง I'm gonna send it on chat so this is the formal version เป็นอย่างไรบ้าง for how are you and then we shorten it we commonly say เป็นยังไงบ้างเป็นยังไงบ้างเป็นยังไงบ้าง how is it and then when we speak with friends it's just like เป็นไงบ้างเป็นไงบ้าง this is the version that we commonly used okay the next one guys เปล่าเปล่าเปล่า so this is the formal version เปล่า and then we shorten it and then we shorten it therefore 3 version of this word and a lot of people say first กินข้าวหรือยังใช่ค่ะit's common for us to I think it's a way to greet people with care I say this because we have to care for that person that's why we ask if that person has eaten something yet which is กินอะไรหรือยังกินอะไรหรือยังกินอะไรหรือยัง but actually we usually say กินอะไรมาหรือยังกินอะไรมาหรือยัง so because it's a greeting and also it's for me it's caring greeting I don't know why I feel that the Thai accent is very cute somehow can you say full name of Bangkok please oh my goodness I'm gonna do it real quick กรุงเทพมหานครอมรรัตนโกสินทร์มหินทรายุทธยามหาดิลกภพนพรัตน์ราชธานีบุรีลมย์อุดมราชนิเวศน์มหาสถานอมรพิมานอวตารสถิตสักกทัตติยะวิษณุกัมปสิทธิ์เย้ It's a fast version อาราชิกใช่ค่ะปะปะอ๋อโอเค ปลาเปล่าอู้คุณสู้ถูกต้องค่ะซุนยุนถูกต้องค่ะ แล้วล่ะถูกต้องค่ะโอ้โหมาเวอร์ชันเลย like actually I made a video about the full name of Bangkok and I spoke about a song from Asani Wasan and that's how Thai people could remember the full name of Bangkok because of that song and me too โอเคสวัสดีค่ะนากะ okay so for this one is เปล่า so เปล่าเปล่าเปล่าเปล่า okay so the not comma the formal one is เปล่า like this and we usually say like ใช่เปล่าหรือเปล่า or หรือเปล่า so this is the formal one and the spoken one this is how we say in daily life เปล่าใช่เปล่า and this is the version that I use with my friends so ใช่เปล่าใช่เปล่า and you have heard ปะใช่ปะใช่ปะ so there are two sounds because I have used the one papa with metal tone mark or the falling one we say ใช่ปะใช่ปะใช่ปะ and then many times because of we play a lot with the sound sometimes we say ใช่ปะ which is like we say both like ใช่ปะ or ใช่ปะ I'm not sure if you hear the difference but in tones but yes however ใช่ปะ I wouldn't recommend you to use it with someone who are older than you or the senior because this one is not considered polite the pa is not considered polite and we usually use it with close friendsเปล่าเปล่า means or not so ใช่เปล่า is it correct if compared to Thai it's like is it like ใช่เปล่า is it correct ดีเปล่า is it good so compared to the English it's like is it could be is it are they it depends because it's different from Thai and English what is big skin โอเคค่ะอาราชิข้างหน้าเจอกัน okay the next one guys is ไหม again there are three versions of it the formal version the spoken version and the shortened version so three of it ไหมthe formal one and then the spoken one and then the shortened one ไหม so Patricia that one is ไม่ in falling tone ไม่ means no or means not but this question word is in rising tone so ไหม so like ไหม when you want to say it like ไหม อาราชิกใช่ค่ะลาล่าเก่งมากคุณสู้ใช่ค่ะซุนยุนใช่ค่ะ so ไหม is also a yes no question words like หรือเปล่า for หรือเปล่า it has more sense like or not when we use หรือเปล่า but when it comes to ไหม for me it's a real one for is it, are you, do you, or does it. When we use หรือเปล่า it's kind of like having a subtle sense of asking like or not too. So this question word, the formal one is ไหม in rising tone ไหม and then the spoken version we use in daily life ไหม in high tone ไหม and then มะ we shorten it to มะ ใช่มะ and again มะ is not considered polite if you are going to use it with seniors or someone that you respect, so you shouldn't use this version. The next one หรือยัง and again there are three versions of it. The formal one, the informal one, kind of the semi one, and then the shortened one. So kind of the formal one, shortened one, extra shortened one. หรือยัง 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 หรือยังเก่งมากคุณซูเก่งมากครูได้สิ้นเสร็จแล้วเราก็วันนี้คุณทำอะไรไหมครับหลังจากไลฟ์ค่ะ so I'm gonna answer you in Thai หลังจากไลฟ์ค่ะมีคลาสพิเศษให้กับนักเรียนเป็นคลาสเรียกว่า read with me ปุ้ยจะอ่านหนังสือกับนักเรียนอ่านไปด้วยกันอะไรอย่างนี้ค่ะเป็นหนังสือสนุก so I'm gonna read with my students after this live, so it's gonna be the class for my students, like an extra activity for us to read together. แล้วล่าถูกต้องค่ะซุนยุนถูกต้องค่ะถูกต้องโอเค so หรือยังหรือยังหรือยัง compared to have, compared to a question in perfect tense, like to ask if you have done something yet. So หรือยัง this is the formal version, and then many times when we say it we say หรือยัง and then this is again the extra shortened one, we just say ยัง for example, if you wanna say like have you eaten something yet, then we're gonna say กิน let's say กินข้าวหรือยังสวัสดีค่ะบัตโทโลมิวพาทิกถูกต้องค่ะ so กินข้าวหรือยัง so this is the formal version for have you eaten. When we say ข้าว it could be breakfast, it could be lunch, it could be dinner. So let's say dinner, so have you eaten something or dinner yet ข้าวเย็น and then we shorten it กินข้าวหรือยังกินข้าวหรือยังกินข้าวหรือยัง this is the version that we commonly use it กินข้าวหรือยัง have you eaten yet, and okay that's a wise way And then we just say กินยังกินยัง and again this is the version that we use we usually use with our friends. Okay guys, for the next I will just tell you for the question words that yes you have to know. Okay. The next one is ใคร ใคร which is who, and there's no shortened version of it. The next one is เมื่อไหร่ so เมื่อไหร่เมื่อไหร่ means when. So you can see the direction of the tone to go. So เมื่อ go falling, and then ไหล just go down. So เมื่อไหร่ means when. You will also see but not hear. You will also see, maybe sometimes we write out like this. เมื่อไหร่ is the same thing as เมื่อไหร่ but that เมื่อไหร่ is a written version. The next one ที่ไหนที่ไหนที่ไหน is where. Soที่ไหน is where, and many times there's only ไหน means where as well. However, the word ไหน is not only used in where, but it is also used in which or what kind or what type. So it is used in the other question words too. The next one ทำไมทำไมทำไมทำไม means why. And so the last set for this one is something that we use a lot, and I think you will hear a lot actually. The first one is ได้ไหมได้ไหม again this is the written version. Whenever we write it down, we're gonna use ไหม, but when we say it's gonna be ไหมใช่ไหมได้ไหมได้ไหมได้ไหมได้ไหม means can you or can I. ได้ไหม means can you or can I. And ใช่ไหม again written version ใช่ไหม but when we say ใช่ไหมใช่ไหมใช่ไหม means correct. Is it correct? And the third one หรือเปล่าหรือเปล่า so when we say it, we're gonna say หรือเปล่าหรือเปล่าหรือเปล่า like this, which is like or not or not, or just yes no question word. Okay guys, this is the second part, and then the third part, which is the last part, is particles. How is อย่างไรคะนากะ like you have to replay it because I already taught it. Okay, again guys, not every particles are polite to use. Okay, let me say one thing. Let me tell you one thing. For those who are watching BL series a lot, not every words that you hear from the BL series are good or are polite to use in daily life. Because in BL series, it's they use a lot of, I would say, male language, which are kind of like guys saying or living or talking with guys. It's gonna be kind of like the rudest version that you will ever hear, which is actually not polite. Many pronouns like กูมึง you know the meaning, like you and I, but do not use it. They use a lot of curse words like ไอ้เหี้ยไอ้เที่ยสารเลวไอ้สัตว์ or I before the name. They never use it, but like you can understand them, but just be careful, never use it. And also particles as well. Particles itself also show if it's polite or not polite, and most of particles used in BL series are not polite to use, so you have to be careful when watching them and thinking of trying to imitate them or copy them. This is a caution. I would say if it's in a scene that is like so masculine guys talking, it's gonna be super rude. So the particles or pronouns that are used, or even verbs, might not be polite to use. But if it's are scenes that is in public, or talking with parents, talking with teachers, or like in a job or something like that in kind of public context, then the language or words that they use are okay, because we use several versions of Thai language. Okay. Then it's about particle. These are safe zone, safe particles that you can always use, like because they are always polite, which are ครับค่ะ So whenever you say ครับ always go high. Always go high when you say ครับครับ. And for female, we use ค่ะ spoken ค่ะ but when it's written down, that's gonna be too much for you guys. Anyway, and ค่ะ is used in question. So these 3 particles are safe zone. And the next one, they are considered sweet particles. Soจ้า. So we use จ้า in normal sentence, then we use จ้า in question. So these 2 are sweet particles. You can use it. It's gonna sound sweet. The next one is นะ. One thing about นะ is what we know is, what we think is, นะ is usually used among friends and is considered friendly. However, I have noticed that นะ is actually not that polite. It depends on how we use it, because we can use นะ to command someone to do something, to order someone to do something, to ask someone to do something. There's so many. It sounds cute, but not always a good particle to use. Okay, guys, and these the following particles are not polite to use. Are not polite to use. And I am sure that you have heard this before from the BL series. So, wa, way. So these are not actually polite to use, especially if you use with someone who's older than you, the seniors, or yeah. But just among close friends, it's gonna be okay to be used. And there are so many particles, guys. So let me sum up here. I would say this is just only an introduction to Thai talks. I haven't yet gotten into like those questions, conversation, common question yet. This is just an introduction, guys. So again, you have to know which words are polite to use, okay to use. You made me forgot what I'm about to say, Abdul. It's okay, you can rewatch the live. You have to know which one is polite to use, okay to use, or only use among close friends, or rude to use. Pronouns too, particles too, and verbs too, but not a lot, like pronouns and particles. And the second thing that you have to know is question words, that we shorten the words to use in conversation. Okay, guys, this is at the end of today's live. Do you have any question? What about Naha? Okay, so again, Na has a lot of ways to use. One use of it is to use Na and followed by a particle like so like this, like Naka, Nakarap, Naha. So we usually use na and followed by a particle in a sense that we wanna repeat. Like if I say อันนี้นะคะ อันนี้นะคะ อันนี้ so I'm gonna send it on chat as well. อันนี้นะคะ อันนี้ means this one. If I useนะคะ after it, it's a confirmation. Like this one, a confirmation. And naha, again, this is my perception of the word. So basically, ha is from krap. So it's krap and then kap and then ha. There's also hap as well that you might see. Not here, see. Krap and then kap. Krap. Krap is formal version. Kap without rolling R is spoken version. Hap is a version that we use that kids say or use because kids, toddlers, young kids, they couldn't say the word correctly. Then it's hap, and then from hap it's ha. And for my perception, naha was usually used by this is before I'm saying it, I do not want you to think that is a bad thing or a bad thing or anything. It's common thing. It's what happened. I'm saying it in a positive way. So in the past, ha was used by gay people. So naha, like this. And again, many words are started from them. And then we adopt it to use. Like sometimes I use it as well with friends. Like instead of saying like naจ๊ะ and then I would just say, or on chat I would like naha just to use it in a funny way, just have fun kind of sense of it. So and when you hear na after a question word like อะไรนะ เมื่อไหร่นะ ทำไมนะ it's a repeating like excuse me, can you say it again อะไรนะ excuse me, what is it again เมื่อไหร่นะ excuse me, when again ทำไมนะ do not belong to it ยังไงนะ ยังไง means how ยังไงนะ so like how is it again? So when na is after a question word, it's kind of like wait, can you say it again? Thank you Kanaka นี่ขอบคุณค่ะ For the past tense, in the end of the sentence, we have to use ma. In perfect tense, commonly we use it like for something that in perfect tense, like what you have just done, or in the way that we use also when you do something before we meet, when you do something along the way before we meet, then we usually say ma at the end, kind of a tense word. And backward using up, oh yeah, that's another version. yes, another version of like ครับ ครับ ฮับ งับ ฮะ Okay guys, this is it for today, and I am happy to see you guys, someone again, and many of you are new to this life, I guess, from seeing your name, but thank you for joining me. The next live is going to be on 17th September, and that's gonna be about tone, and I hope I could give as much as possible in 1 hour. But anyway, I have to go guys, because I have a read with me activity with my students, and if you are here, my students, the next joining will be on the link. Okay, anyway, ยินดีค่ะทุกคนยินดีค่ะแล้วเดี๋ยวเจอกันใหม่นะเดี๋ยวเจอกันใหม่นะคะ so เดี๋ยวเจอกันใหม่นะ see you guys later ฝันดี It's the morning here anyway guys บ๊ายบายแล้วเจอกันค่ะแล้วเจอกันไลฟ์หน้านะคะทุกคนบ๊ายบายสวัสดีค่ะอะไรอ่ะทำไมอ่ะit's not considered polite. It is not a polite version, and is actually a new particle that are used by mostly teenagers. It's a new particle in the society, and it's just a particle that we add to it just to informalize the question. it's gonna be a long explanation anyway บายบายค่ะทุกๆคนอีฟลินสวัสดีค่ะบายบายทุกคนแล้วเจอกันนะไปแล้วนะบายบายสวัสดีค่ะ ยินดีค่ะ ยินดีค่ะทุกคนไปแล้ว ยินดีค่ะทุกๆคน and I am still reading your จะเดี๋ยวบายบาย